If your students love hands-on activities, then this teaching method is perfect for your elementary classroom. This teaching method is called trifold displays. And today I am going to share why it is so engaging for kids and how you can use it in your own classroom. This foldable display teaching method is great for elementary classrooms because it caters for visual and interactive learning styles. It helps students to process information by seeing it visually presented and by doing. Let's take a look at what it looks like in practice. At the start of the lesson, the students are divided into small groups. Each group has a large piece of paper and some colored pencils. The task is for the students to work together to create a trifold display about a recent science project they have been working on. Here is an example of a completed trifold display. You can see how each section opens up like a leaflet or a brochure. On the left side of the display, there is a title and a picture of a volcano. The main part of the display explains what the volcano project was and what they learned from it. For example, the students might write about the different parts of the volcano or describe how it erupts. The right side of the display has pictures of the different steps involved in the project. When all the groups have finished their displays, they take it in turns to present them to the class. Each group stands up, opens up their display, and talks about what they have written. Here are 3 reasons why this activity is so effective for elementary students. First, it encourages active participation. By working together to create a trifold display, students are actively engaged in the learning process. They need to work collaboratively, share ideas, and communicate effectively. Second, it caters for different learning styles. This activity caters for visual and kinesthetic learners. Visual learners will appreciate the opportunity to see the science project presented in a colorful and engaging way. Kinesthetic learners will enjoy the hands-on aspect of creating a trifold display. Third, it promotes critical thinking. Students must process the information they have learned about the science project and present it in a clear and concise way. They need to think about what is important to include in each section of the display and how to make it visually appealing and easy to understand. Now let's take a look at how teachers can set up this activity in their classroom. To begin with, teachers should consider the age and ability of their students when planning the activity. Younger students may need more guidance and support, while older students can be given more independence. It is also important to choose a topic that is appropriate for the student's level of understanding. Once the topic has been decided, students should be divided into small groups of 3 or 4. This will ensure that everyone has a chance to participate and contribute to the activity. Next, each group needs to be provided with the necessary materials. This could include large sheets of paper, colored pencils, markers, or other art supplies. To create their trifold display, students should be encouraged to use colorful and tactile materials to reinforce the concept they are learning. For example, if they are learning about plants, they could use green and brown materials to represent the leaves and stem of a plant. During the activity, students should be given the opportunity to reflect on their learning by asking questions such as, "What did you learn from this project? How did you work together as a team? What challenges did you face, and how did you overcome them?" Once the trifold displays are complete, students can present them to the class. This will give them a chance to share their work and receive feedback from their peers. To differentiate this activity for diverse learners, teachers can provide additional support for students who need it. For example, students who are struggling to write can be given sentence starters or a word bank to help them write their descriptions. Students who are advanced can be challenged to include more detail in their writing or to create a more complex display. In conclusion, the tri-fold display method is an effective teaching method for elementary students because it promotes active participation, caters for different learning styles, and promotes critical thinking. When planning this activity, teachers should consider the age and ability of their students and provide appropriate support and challenge. By using this method, teachers can create a fun and engaging learning experience for their students. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.